And our next guest is pretty unstoppable himself. He certainly stirred up his fair share of drama on the hit ABC show Scandal. Everybody, please welcome Scott Foley.
Thank you guys for having me.
So handsome this morning.
Oh, well, thank you. It's, I don't know why.
I like to dance, too, man.
Yeah, it's a good,
you know, the music comes on, it's hard to stop yourself sometimes, isn't it?
We agree. We are a firm believer.
It just happens.
Power of dance, yes.
Power of dance is a big thing.
And your eyes, might I say, are popping with that sweater.
That's the trick, isn't it? You know, you get a green sweater, next thing you know.
Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, your wife... Oh, Marika, it's Polish, right?
I have a Polish wife.
But I heard she only speaks Polish to your two kids.
She does
all the time.
Very
all
good.
the time.
That's very good.
It's a good thing. Yeah, we have two. I have a 4-year-old daughter and almost a 2-year-old son. And my wife was born in Poland, grew up in New York though, and her family speaks Polish, and she wants her kids to understand it. So she speaks only Polish to my children.
It's very important.
But hold on, how much do you understand?
More and more. I mean, the more she speaks, I don't take it in anywhere near as close to they do, you know. But I catch bits and pieces here.
Well, we are linguists. Can you teach us some Polish? Because that's the one language we don't know.
Yeah, well, there's a few things I could tell you. You know, just you start with big and small. If duja is big. Duja means big, and małe means small.
Duja and małe.
I'm Duja.
Now, there's a phrase. Actually, the first phrase I ever learned in Polish, and I'm sure I'm going to butcher, is "Chipani ma jajko."
What did you say?
Chipani ma jajko.
Chipani ma jajko.
Right, and it means, excuse me, ma'am, I'd like an egg. It may not come in handy, but should it?
I like that.
You now know it.
So I have a question. Do you think your wife is ever talking about you and you don't know?
To my kids? God, I hope not.
Or to the in-laws?
Well, the great thing is that because she, you know, her family lives here in New York, she's here with me now, and because they only speak Polish to each other, I get a nice break. We all go out to eat.
Right.
I don't have to pay attention.
You say nothing.
I say nothing. They can talk about me all they want. Like, we've been together for like 11 years. I couldn't care what they say about me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Once in a while, you know, when you hear, there'll be, I'm assuming, sentences in Polish, and then you'll hear the word Scott.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Right. And then you're like...
Yada, 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 Scott, and there's like a pause in my thing, and I'm like, I get it. I know what you're talking about.
Right.
And now, Ben, you have two kids, and I know my kids, they love Frozen and the movies. And
huge.
So how are your kids? Do they know the lyrics to every song in the movie?
They've seen it in the theaters twice, and it's now, you know, it's out. You can buy the DVD. It's downloadable. We have it on iTunes.
Yeah.
They sing along with it. It's everywhere I go is Frozen.
And you brought us a home video. Is that right?
My wife was kind enough. I said, babe, can I show this video? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. So there's a video of my daughter singing one of the songs from Frozen.
Oh my gosh, can we see it?
It's fairly cute.
Okay.
It's medium cute.
Like a runaway, we used to be best buddies. Now we're not. You're going to have to go.
Are those your real children? Are you sure you cast those children to play your children?
I mean, they're the cutest things, and you just want to eat them up. And that kid...
We got to take a quick break. And when we come back, Scott will tell us why Scandal fans hate him. They hate you. Enter live. Scandal. Scandal. And when we went to the break, we talked about how the Scandal fans hate you.
Well,
how can anybody hate you? You are an angel.
Oh, you're very sweet.
From heaven.
Yeah, you obviously are not a fan of Olivia and Finn. You know, the show was, I came onto the show halfway through the second season, and the relationship that was sort of established was Kerry Washington's character and Tony Goldwyn's character. He plays the president, Fitz, and she plays Olivia, and people believe, as I did as a fan of the show, that they are destined, true love, even though he's married and has cheated on his wife with
That could be
her.
a problem.
It's an issue,
Yeah.
right? But my character came in and sort of wooed her away in a way, and people had a very vitriolic reaction to it. It was
Did they respond to you on Twitter and social media,
well,
that kind of thing?
Yeah, the show, you know, we live tweet with our fans every Thursday when it's on, and there's something that happens in social media where people don't realize that that I'm human, that I have emotions, you know, that like I have a mother, and I was born just like, they think that we're just people on their television sets, so the crap that people throw my way.
It's incredible.
But they're talking to the character. That's how you have to separate yourself.
Interesting. See, I don't think they are. When they say, I'm not talking about Jake, we hate you, Scott.
Right.
Maybe it's
Sometimes
the character,
they're talking
but I
about
don't think so.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
and I love the shows. One of my favorite shows.
Oh, thanks, man.
And but I'm looking. You were put in a hole. They tortured you. They did all these crazy things to you. But in real life, what would it take to get you to give up secrets? What kind of torture? How far could you go?
I wish I could say I could take a lot. Like, I want to be the guy's like, no, you can do anything to me and I wouldn't give up my wife and kids. But I think if you,
Be careful. They're at home speaking Polish right now about you.
They're talking badly about me in Polish. I think you could probably, like, take my morning coffee away and I'd tell you where they were.
Right. You're very weak.
I'm very weak when it comes to that.
We were talking during the commercial break, and you know a very good friend of mine, James Carpinello,
That's right.
and you were telling me you wrote and directed? Or?
Yeah, in the hiatus that we just had from Scandal last season, I wrote and directed a movie with James Carpinello, my brother-in-law, Patrick Wilson, and we shot this, I say great because I wrote and directed it. We'll see what happens. But it's called Let's Kill Ward's Wife. We're in the process of putting the final touches on it and selling it, hopefully.
I love it. You're a movie mogul.
Who knew?
Maybe he could discover a couple of stars.
I bet they're out here.
With that being said, Scott, we're skipping your clip.
Get my phone so I can mean tweet Scott Foley.
Yeah.
Now you know why people hate me.
Well, you know what? We're going to get the clip. Now, your character, Jake, is now the head of B613.
613, that's right.
Which is the super secret thing. We can't talk about it because it's super secret.
Yeah.
And now, in this clip, Jake is finding out what his new job entails. Here's Scott Foley in Scandal.
Let's see. What's going on?
In the event of a change in command, protocol requires us to deliver this personally. Say your name.
Jake Ballard.
You now have the highest security clearance of any intelligence officer in all top secret SCI and special access program files. In this briefcase, you will find field reports of all ongoing B613 operations, world-action efforts, assassinations, coordinates of all U.S. nuclear sites, deployment of our nation's nuclear arsenal. Protect this country. B613 must operate without interference from the executive, while remaining several steps ahead of the president. You also have a valuable resource inside of the White House. A trusted agent will reveal themselves to you shortly. Utilize them. Utilize their access. Protect the Republic.
That seems stressful. That's a stressful job, man.
Can you imagine finding out those secrets? Like when I was doing that scene, I had to imagine what, like, Obama, the keys to the kingdom that he was given, all the things that we want, like what Area 51, were there ever really aliens? What happens? Like,
Right,
they're telling you everything.
You wonder why the president goes in looking young and comes out looking a lot older.
Right.
Gray hair.
I don't want to know.
Hey, Scandal, of course, tonight at 10